My name is David Arthur Johnston. I had a big fat beard 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen my face in 8 years up until then. There's been lots of adventure going on here in Victoria, BC. I'm sure a lot of people already have a picture. Sweet little tourist town. Has to crack a few eggs to maintain order and keep a sense of authority. There's been a large right to sleep campaign here in Victoria, one that affects all of Canada and potentially the world, or at least the Commonwealth, wherever the British system of justice is, essentially. A couple weeks ago there was a trial. I guess to summarize is, over the last 4 years I've been involved in a campaign to deal with this fact that, well, you have to pay to sleep, essentially. I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. I guess there's only about 10 minutes on this tape, and I'll keep it to the point. It's a little weird for me. So all of this has led to a charter challenge where the Supreme Court of BC recognized that you can't have an across-the-board prohibition on erecting temporary abodes because it's a deprivation of life, essentially saying that all the bylaws that have prohibited that for so long in every municipality have been a deprivation of life since their inception, pretty much forever. It's a huge story that seems to culminate right here and right now. Has to do with the Crown, provincial courts, the city, bunch of spin doctoring, developers, commercial interests, and just everyone in general. It's almost like the entire world's under some crazy delusion or something. A couple weeks ago, had a trial. The city had continued to give tickets for people having tents during the day, making a bylaw that said that you're only allowed to have temporary abodes from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. A lot of people would think that I should be happy that we've got that far, that the work that's been done has been magnificent. So many people investing so much of their energy and time. The thing is this: we've come so far and we almost get 24/7 freedom, but now we only get 12 hours a day of freedom, which isn't really, because of all the extraneous exasperations, carrying stuff everywhere, carrying a tent, the right to life versus the right to kill to protect private property. This last trial, the judge found my friend and I guilty of having a shelter past 7 o'clock a.m. Because we didn't have evidence that the option of sleeping during the day was necessary. The judge also admitted that the trial, which happened 3 days after the arrest, I think that might be a record, it's really fast anyhow, was arranged by the Crown to get this matter dealt with as fast as possible. The whole thing's ridiculously bogus. It seems the city's ace, along with all of its nonsensical data filling up pages and making it look official, is that the provincial court is corrupt. Made evident a couple times now by judges giving their opinions. So that's where we stand now. On March 5th, there's the sentencing for my friend and I. And I don't want to sign anything. I know a man should do his duty without concern for results. It's not necessarily that I want to starve to death in jail, or if I'm afraid of starving to death in jail and I'm wavering. That it's just a lot of work. And there's such a huge monster. And it's weird because I found myself in a position where I know this without doubt. And so it becomes my duty to not bend. And so I'm gonna probably get arrested on the 5th. And they're gonna ask me to sign something. And I'm not gonna want to. Can I do that until I die? Can I do that until they screw around and play their little spin doctoring games? Get me out just in time? I don't know. I know that it's all left. And people actually do need to sleep during the day. Victoria's gone nuts. It's sort of the pinnacle of the example of how every other municipality is going to think that they can act. They have to be called on it. That there's no freedom. And a lot of people are finding that out, not just those down on their luck. Money doesn't work. Everyone's scrambling to protect their own. You have a guy that most people like and a lot of people think is nuts, finding himself in a position of championing the rights of everyone to not have to content themselves with bullshit, corruption, and lies to survive. The problem is there is no problem. It's a beautiful lesson. It's going to go really, really, really bad up until the point where everyone suffered so much that they objectify their suffering and get over their fears and apprehensions and do the right thing, even at the cost of all their preconceptions about how life should be or how much they've already spent to be free. I don't really want to die in jail. And I conject that in a world where there was choice and I chose not to do my duty, that I would degenerate and turn into a man that nobody could stomach being around. 2 minutes left. Will patience be with us all? One minute. Patience is enough. Look at the world around you. See all the delusional spirits trying to promote their delusion, and have patience and don't hate them because they're doing the only thing they know. Every motion is ruled by fate. And that's why everything in the world's crazy, is because we do think we make choices. So think on that. Love truth, give yourself all the time in the world. If you want to know what you are, think about fate. Apparently you're God, or something like that. You have no beginning. Cheers.